Blaine on the plane here. A few weeks ago, we picked up this 1972 Series 3 Land Rover. It was not running, there was no transmission in it, it was a filthy mess. We did have the transmission, it was locked up, it wouldn't move. And so today, let's just do a recap. We've done the cleaning on it. We've got the motor started. We got the transmission broken free. So today's just going to be a little bit of a maintenance day. I'm going to clean out the transmission, make sure there's no rust chunks or metal chunks or dirt in it, make sure it's moving really freely. Then hopefully I can seal it up and put a little bit of gear oil back in and get it ready to put in. I suppose the next step before that would be to change the clutch. So it's just going to be a maintenance day. Hope you stick around and check it out. A lot of times rust still has enough ferrous content that a magnet will pick it up. So I'm hoping that I can sweep this with a flexible magnet and pick out any rust chunks. Yeah, there we go. Pick out any rust chunks that are still magnetic and just clean this out a little bit better. It's got a soft brass wire brush here. We'll see how this works for cleaning up some of these teeth a little bit. I switched to a steel brush here. I found that the brass was cleaning a bit, but it just wasn't aggressive enough. Going back to the brass brush here on the aluminum. Trying to use this end of the brush to get way back in there. Clean some of the gunk off the other end of that gear. This transmission has been sitting for years. I'm going to be flushing this out with a solvent, but because it's been sitting on the ground, I loosened off the drain plug before I filled it with solvent. Then I tightened it back up just a little bit. That'll make it easier to drain. Just gonna put a bit in there so it splashes around. Helps loosen things up. We'll move the synchros back and forth to make sure they're moving freely. Now that everything is rinsed and there's a lot of solvent in there, you can see the sides are fairly clean. I'm just fishing in the bottom with the magnet to pull out the remaining bits of metal and rust that have fallen to the bottom. There's the first flush of solvent. Took out the plug and let it drain. You can see what was building up in the bottom. That's the drain plug. I'm gonna take a look inside here. See how much there's left in the bottom. See if we can get anything else. There's solvent in there, and I think that's enough to flush any dirt on the bottom or the last bits of rust. Now that we've opened and cleaned the gearbox, we can see that the teeth on the reverse idler wheel and the gear and the synchro have been rounded off. They are extremely worn and even broken in some places. You notice there's rust on top of the gears. The gears were sitting in gear oil, but that rust wasn't all from the gears. Some of that surface rust on the gear, but I think the cover plate has this steel piece on the top, and the moist air that got into the transmission over the years rusted that. And that deposited onto the gears, as well as there being some rust from the gears itself. You can see from the plug in the bottom of the transmission that there are some metallic bits in there, along with the rust. That's probably gear damage. I'm suspecting that's a little bit of reverse gear in there. This transmission drain plug was full of metal. You can see I've spilled it all over the cover here. That looks like gear teeth to me. Because of that open inspection plate, a lot of dirt got in here, but it doesn't seem like the moisture got the better of it. The gears are actually in fairly good shape. That terrible grinding sound you hear is actually the transmission brake. So don't worry about it too much. That is what was in the bottom of the transmission. I think I said in an earlier video, I wanted to see the engine running in 2 weeks, and I wanted to see the Land Rover rolling and running in 4. Given that the transmission likely has a bad reverse gear, I could probably throw it in and make it work and meet that deadline, but I don't think I want to be somewhere 100K out in the bush and find my reverse gear going and I can't get out, I can't get home. So I think it'd be worthwhile to take it apart and get a new first gear put in and look for anything else that needs to be replaced, like any worn output bearings, and make it as good as we can and make it last to give us a lot of years of fun off-roading. So I think we'll call it the day. That's enough for now. We still have to take off the parking brake. It likely needs a rebuild, but that'll be enough for today.